Google's HR, Human Resources Chief, Eileen Naughton, to step down as employee tensions grow. Interesting. Google Human Resources Chief Eileen Naughton plans to step down later this year too. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? You ready? Here it comes. Here it comes. To be closer to her family. A Google spokesperson confirmed to Fox Business on Tuesday. The news comes as Google employees express increasing dissatisfaction with the company's handling of such issues as sexual harassment, free speech, climate change, and pay discrimination. The sexual harassment is covered in this article. We'll get to it. Free speech was all the conservatives, all of them, 3 or 4, they were fired because they spoke out as conservatives. There might be more there, but if they don't make any sounds, they don't really count as conservatives. Climate change. Yeah. Okay. Is there such thing as climate that doesn't change? Have you ever pondered that? And pay discrimination. It was interesting last year when they found out that the pay discrimination was going against the men. Yep, they were paying the women too much, according to the records. Let's see. My husband and I have decided after 6 years on the road, first in London and now in San Francisco, to return home to New York to be closer to our family, Naughton said in a statement. Fortune magazine initially reported the news. If this were true, that she were going to go home and be to the family, at her level, the amount of devastation that would do to her resume of, can you imagine her resume? It says, you're off to spend time with the family. You don't put that on a resume. That's why everybody laughs. Sometimes it's actually true, but that's typically closer to end-of-life time periods. What else do we have here? I'm at the very beginning of the process and wanted to let everyone know up front I'll be working... Oh, who cares about that? Over the past 13 years, Eileen has made major contributions to the company. Yeah. A very, very disgruntled company. And one of the analogies I was thinking of for this was the babysitter inside of the daycare center with nothing but spoiled, rotten children. But I'm not sure that analogy works, because while there's certainly several spoiled, rotten children working at Google, it also works where the analogy is the other direction as well. And this is why it's I almost said that horrible word. The word problem with an extra syllable or two. It's like, no, the word problem works just fine. Anyways, the other analogy would be Dorothy and the Tin Man, Scarecrow, etc. And the HR person is the Wicked Witch of the West. There's a lot of evil to go around. There really is. And it's funny because their slogan is do no evil. Well, that's all they do anymore. The announcement came after an estimated 20,000 Google employees staged a global walkout. Global. In November 2018, after the tech giant gave executives Andy Rubin and Amit Singhal two separate two severance packages. I guess that comes out to paychecks. Anyways. Let's see, totaling $135 million after they were separately accused of sexual misconduct against colleagues. Like I said, there's a lot of evil to go around. Overall, I can't add much to the story because I don't know that much, because Google's very tight-lipped. The only thing we find out about Google, even though they know everything about us, DuckDuckGo, is what gets leaked, which has been kind of devastating. If you've seen after the 2016 election, they're like, we all need to give each other a hug. Come on, give each other a hug. And anybody that was in there is like, no, I'm pretty cool with this. I like the idea that Hillary lost. It's like, nope. But there was that evil peer pressure. Okay, that's all I got for this one, because I don't want to expand on something I don't know. I just wanted to share with you what this was, and just the idea of, like, if there's going to be finger pointing and people are getting... Oh, I didn't mention it, but it's in the article. She's not really leaving. She's just not going to be the Google HR chief. She's just moving to a different job, according to the article. So her resume is going to be just fine, even in New York. Okay, so that's that for this one. thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching. And I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to do that whole, like, oh, please subscribe and everything. As the critical drinker, one of my heroes, as you well know, as he points out, it's like, you already know that. You already know to put comments at the bottom. There's a section that says comments. Giving instructions to people that watch YouTube videos just seems really silly. It's like press 1 for English, press 2 for Spanish. But we really wanted to put 2 number ones. Sorry, that's a California thing. All right, anyways, blah, blah, blah. Hey, have a great day, and thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next video, and we'll see you in the future.